Cave Woman, the case of George Shotton and Mimi Stewart. George Shotton and Mimi Stewart married in 1918. After their marriage, they settled in Swansea Bay, Wales. Shortly before Christmas in 1919, both George and Mimi had vanished. A leather trunk was found in a nearby hotel room containing Mimi's belongings. In a letter to her parents, Mimi wrote that she was worried about her husband for her own safety. She claims that he was not all there. Shortly after, George had returned and admitted to knowing Mimi and leaving the trunk at the hotel. He claimed that they were never married, but George also admitted to being married to another woman for years. He lived with his wife and child a short distance away from the home he shared with Mimi. George claimed that he last saw Mimi in early December, where they argued after he found a letter written by Mimi to an admirer. He appeared on trial where his lies failed to impress the court. George began a sentence of 18 months hard labor. 40 years later, in November of 1961, 3 cavers in South Wales were exploring Brandy Cove. They found a sack containing a human skeleton with 2 wedding bands nearby. The skeleton was reassembled and analyzed. It was nearly identical to the descriptions of Mimi Stewart. Cause of death was stabbing or strangulation. All evidence pointed to George Shotton as Mimi's killer. In an effort to find him, he was traced back to a cemetery in the west of England. He died penniless and alone in 1958. Investigators were just 3 years too late in solving this case.